Hi everyone, today you're going to do the 1.2 section review in your Desmos lesson. So if you could click on the Desmos lesson that says 1.2 section review. Okay, in slide 1 it says to scale the ratio up or down to determine the unknown quantity. Show your work and label your answer. So you want to have your notebook out so that you can do some of these examples in your notebook and then type in your answers into Desmos. So for the first one, you have 15 cucumbers to 4 plants. How many cucumbers to 16 plants? So you have to think, what do you multiply 4 by to get 16? Well, 4 times 4 is 16. So then multiply 15 times 4, and that would give us 60. So it means we would have 60 cucumbers to 16 plants. Okay, in slide 2, scale the ratio up or down to determine the unknown quantity. So you have 8 antelopes to 1 acre, and then that is equivalent to 56 antelopes to how many acres? So you have to think, what do you multiply 8 by to get 56? Well, 8 times 7 is 56. So multiply 1 times 7, and that would be 7. So the answer would be 56 antelope to 7 acres. So you want to type that in your text box and share your answer with class. If you go to slide 3, it says 92 pounds of food to 4 horses. How many pounds of food to 1 horse? So in this one, we're going to be scaling the ratio down. So what do you divide 4 by to get 1? 4 divided by 4 is 1. So now you divide the numerator by 4. And 92 divided by 4. 4 goes into 9 twice. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So the answer would be 23. So it's 23 pounds of food per horse. So you want to type that in your text box and hit submit. When you're ready, go to slide 4. So in slide 4, we're going to either scale the ratio up or down. It says $165 to 30 pounds of chicken. That's equivalent to $33 to how many pounds of chicken? So the ratio went from 165 to 33, so it's going down. So we're going to divide 165 by what is going to give us 33. So if you divide 165 by 5, that would give you 33. So divide 30 by 5, and that would be 6. So it'd be $33 for 6 pounds of chicken. Okay, so for slide 5, 32 pencils to 8 students. In this case, we're finding the unit rate. So remember, the unit rate has a denominator of 1. So we can write this as a proportion, 32 pencils to 8 students is equivalent to how many pencils to 1 student? So the unit rate would be how many pencils per student. So if you divide 8 by 8, you get 1. So 32 divided by 8 would be 4 pencils per student. Okay, once you've typed that up, go to slide 6. So in slide 6, we're finding the unit rate for $84 for 21 gallons. So for this case, we want to figure out what is the price of 1 gallon. So to figure out the price of 1 gallon, 21 divided by 21 is 1. So now we divide 84 by 21, and that would be 4. So it's $4 for 1 gallon. Slide 7. So in slide 7, it says that Miss Jackson is buying donuts for her students. She finds a donut shop that sells 12 donuts for $9, but she wants to buy more than that. How much will she have to pay for 48 donuts? So we're going to set up a proportion to represent the situation. So you're going to have to write this in your notebook. So it's $9 for 12 donuts. So that's going to be equivalent to how much you'll have to pay for 48 donuts. So you can put 48 donuts in the denominator. And then the price she's going to pay for that, we don't know. So what do you multiply 12 by to get 48? So that would be 4. 12 times 4 is 48. So then multiply 9 times 4, and that would be 36. So it's $36 for 48 donuts. So you want to type that in your text box. That is $36 for 48 donuts. Okay, slide 8. While grocery shopping, you see that pistachios are on sale. The sale price is 2 pounds for $18. How much will you have to pay for 6 pounds of pistachios? So again, you're going to write a proportion to represent the situation. So it's $18 for 2 pounds. That's equivalent to how many dollars for 6 pounds? So for this problem, you have to think, what do you multiply 2 by to get 6? So 2 times 3 is 6. So 18 times 3 would be 54. So it would be $54 for 6 pounds of pistachios. And feel free to pause the video at any time and go back to any problems that you need to write notes on. Slide 9. You have parts of mango juice and parts of pineapple juice, and then you have Mallory's recipe and Brad's recipe, and they tell you how many parts of each juice they use. So Mallory and Brad are in the kitchen. This time they're making a refreshing juice to sell in their neighborhood. They each come up with their own juice recipe. Fill in the total number of parts for each recipe. Then what is the ratio of the number of parts of mango juice to the total number of parts for Mallory's recipe? So in the total parts column, you want to type in, for Mallory's recipe, you want to add 4 plus 2, so you get 6. So you want to type that in. For Brad's recipe, you want to add 5 and 3, so 5 plus 3 would be 8. So it says, what is the ratio of the number of parts mango? So mango juice for Mallory's recipe, there's 4 parts to the total number of parts, which is 6. So for Mallory's recipe, it'd be 4 parts mango to 6 total parts. Okay, so you want to type that into your text box. Okay, if we go to slide 10, it says, what is the ratio of the number of parts of mango juice to the total number of parts for Brad's recipe? So remember that Mallory had 6 total parts, and then Brad had 8 total parts in his recipe. So the parts mango juice for Brad's recipe would be 5. So 5 parts mango to 8 total parts. Okay, so that would be the answer in fraction form, so you want to write it in your text box. Okay, in slide 11 it says Mallory and Brad are asked around and found out that their neighbors prefer mango juice. Which punch do you think they should make for their juice stand? Okay, so whose recipe should they make? Mallory's recipe or Brad's recipe? So we're going to compare in a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make equivalent parts. So Mallory had 4 parts mango to 6 total parts. And then Brad had 5 mango to 8 total parts. So you want to find the least common denominator of 6 and 8 so that you can compare the total parts. So the least common multiple of 6 and 8. So the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32. So as you can see, they both have 24 in common. So we're going to rewrite each fraction over 24. So what do you multiply 6 by to get 24? Well, 6 times 4 is 24. So multiply 4 times 4 and you would get 16. Then for Brad's recipe, to scale it up to 24, what do you multiply 8 by to get 24? That would be 3. 8 times 3 is 24, so 5 times 3 would be 15. So if your neighbors prefer mango juice, whose recipe should you choose? So who, out of the 24 parts, who has more parts mango? So it looks like Mallory's recipe, it has 16 parts mango out of 24. So we would select Mallory's recipe. Okay. So in your Desmos lesson, you would click on Mallory's recipe, and to explain your thinking, you would type in, if you scale Mallory's and Brad's recipe to have the same denominator of 24, Mallory's recipe has let me double check. 16 parts mango. And Brad's recipe has 15 parts mango. Since 16 is more than 15, and Mallory's recipe should be used for the juice stand. Okay, so hit submit. So go ahead and you can pause the video to finish typing your response to your thinking. And after this, you can work on the 1.2 review homework.